Okay, we're doing a demonstration video with our demonstration patient, Addie. Say hello, Addie.
Hello, I just got braces.
Yay! Anyway, Addie just got braces, and we want to show people, if they're at home, if a wire pops out, slides right or left, grows long as the teeth move, or say somebody gets bumped and a brace comes off, and they were out of town or somewhere where they're not near an orthodontist or not near our office where we could clip or take care of the wire for them. So we're going to show some emergency home technique. So the first technique involves removing this wire on Addie. Well, not on Addie, on your patient at home or yourself. And the first technique involves a safety pin, and I'll have, we did sterilize this, so I'm not using an unclean safety pin. We use a product at the office called an Explorer to take these little products off. And I'll just show how these products come off with an Explorer. You get under the O-ring with the Explorer, or in this case a safety pin, and you peel it off. It's elastic, and that O-ring comes right off. I'm now going to do it with the safety pin, and Addie said, am I going to poke her? The answer is no. I get under the, I don't know if you can see that, under there, and I'm doing my best not to poke Addie, and I just tease it off like that, and then come around and just kind of further tease it off and see how that came off like that. And then I'm going to do the others with the other technique that some patients or parents at home like to try, is a pair of cuticle cutters. Now these have been sterilized also. At home, just consider just alcoholing them off. That will suffice real nicely. But if you take a pair of cuticle cutters and snip the O-ring right there, and sometimes you have to do a couple snips. And then once you snip it, I'm going to come around over here and just grab the O-ring from the other side and try to snip it. And the cuticle cutters are not always the best method. I prefer the safety pin trick. But now now that I got it cut, I'm going to take the safety pin and just tease off the O-ring. It just teases off, well, it didn't cut through and through. But they usually do. I think my cuticle cutters that I sterilized were not sharp enough. And then last but not least, I'm going to cheat and go back to my Explorer, and I'm going to tease off the last O-ring over here that this patient has. Some patients have 4 or 5 brackets on the bottom, some have 6. But once you get the O-rings off, you just get the safety pin or Explorer under the wire and kind of give it a gentle tug, and then slide it straight out of the mouth like that. Now we're going to show you on a model how this would be done. The model has the braces in front. It's a little bit different than Addie. And see how in the back, the wire slides into a tube in the back? So you don't have to remove any O-rings in the back. You just have to remove the O-rings towards the front, at least in this case. But that's method number 1. Method number 2 is, and a lot of parents will do this at home without even asking me, but if they do call, method number 2 is to go to the garage or wherever you keep a pair of wire cutters, and I'll put these in my hand.
Clean them.
And these have been cleaned. These have been sterilized, but at home, just alcohol them off. We're not doing surgery. We're not causing any bleeding, so we do not need to worry about them. We're not doing, surgery. So, pair of wire cutters, clean them off, alcohol off. But if you have a pokey wire, see this model has a pokey wire in the way back, in the very back end. Or if the wire popped out like this, I'll pull it out. Say it's dangling in your daughter's mouth or your son's mouth, and that was irritating them, and you're at the coast, the Oregon coast, and you can't get back. So you would take a pair of cutters, and what you want to do is hold on to the wire. I'm going to do it this way. I'm not an experienced actor, but you hold on to it, because when you cut wire, it likes to go flying, and you cut it as even to the O-ring as possible, like that. See how close I cut it to that bracket, or that brace? So you want to cut it close, because if you leave it too long, it'll be pokey right here. And that'll get you by for the weekend until you can get back into town and call your orthodontist. Anyway, that is how easy it is to do. Now, Addie, was that easy enough to do? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're now an accomplished actress. I'm not an accomplished actor, though. Okay, we're done.